I have finished third chapter of the Mindset book by Dweck. And the third chapter was the truth about ability and accomplishment. And basically in the third chapter he speaks about mindset, school achievement, is artistic ability a gift, the danger of praise and positive labels, and negative labels and how they work. The third chapter was quite small, quite short compared to other chapter, but there is a lot of things that was very valuable, and I will share the things that I learned the most and through the quotes. And first thing that we were chatting about, and she asked to imagine Thomas Edison when he was creating the light bulb and what kind of environment it was. So now, like, imagine where he works, what he does, and where he is at the moment while he is trying to innovate and find a way how to make a light bulb work. And she said that most people imagine that he's working alone. He works some kind of laboratory, and the truth is not that. The truth is that he had a huge team supporting him. And a lot of times people think that if you have ability, you need to be on your own. But that's not true. You need to find a team that could potentially help you to achieve great things. Because most of the time you don't have all the abilities. But if you work with a team and bring all the abilities together, you are able to achieve much, much more. He now believed that working hard was not something that made you vulnerable, but something that made you smarter. That means a lot of times fixed-minded people believe that when you work very hard on something, that means that you're not gifted and you're talented, you don't have any ability, and people who doesn't succeed from the start, they think that it's not for them, but people who have growth mindset, who are working very hard to achieve something, they feel much more smart because they're able to understand that when they focus on learning, they're able to improve, get better, and that makes you smart because you know that you can get better and improve and be smarter than most of the people in the market who are not able to improve as you do. Now, second thing that she shared was that another transition, another crisis. So that means a person who has fixed mindset and they believe that they are smart, and they even transition from high school to college. That means there is transition, and that transition could create crisis because in high school you had a level of credibility that people might know that you are smart. But now in college, you need to prove that again. And you need to prove your abilities again. And of course, if you think that your abilities are fixed, that means you need to prove that again. And if you fail by any chance, now you could think that you are not able to be a good student and that could slow you down. While a person with a growth mindset, they know that the first abilities, it doesn't represent who they are, doesn't represent their true abilities, and they are pushing through all the things. So transition and the first year for fixed minded people are very difficult because they just need to prove that they are smart. Remember, test scores and measures of achievement tell you where students is, but they don't tell you where a student could end up. And again, a lot of times students are failing in something at the start, and a lot of times from their first exams, people start to put labels on them. And that is wrong because a lot of times people are going through stuff at the first year and second year when they have more ability to study, they perform very, very well. And a lot of times students who are very bad in school, after school, they start to perform very well. Because I love sometimes saying that C-level students are getting, A-level students are getting jobs from C-level students. Because C-level students sometimes don't put too much emphasis on things that doesn't matter, and they focus on things that really matter and building a business, while A students, of course, this is not all the time, but a lot of times A students are working for C level students because A just want to make sure that they are proving that they are smart by just doing everything right in school. The ability praise pushed students right into the fixed mindset. The ability praise pushed students right into the fixed mindset. So what it means when Carol speaks about a lot about that when you praise in a wrong way, that pushes students or other people in a fixed mindset. So that means we need to emphasize on people efforts, not their achievements or not who they are. Because if you say that a person is smart, now they need to prove that. If you praise how hard they work to achieve results, now they will need to prove their effort. So what do you think, what should be better, to prove that they are smart or prove that they are able to put effort and achieve great results? Of course, it's praising the efforts, because that means that they're able to put more and more and more efforts to achieve more and more and more and get praise for that. Because people who are praised for being smart, they are afraid to lose that smart level, and that's is basically fixed mindset. Just because some people can do something with little or no training, it doesn't mean that others can't do it, and sometimes do even better with training. A lot of times people who are very talented at something, because they start to believe that they are the best. And that means they do not put effort to improve their talents and gifts. And while people who don't have talents and gifts, they slowly growing, get better and get better. And after years and years and years of training, people who don't have gifts and talents start to become better than people who are gifted and talented. So that means effort will always win against talented people, because in the short term, talent will win. In the long run, of course, always effort will win. And the last thing that I could say, that the effort praise students will love the problems, and many of them said that the hard problems were the most fun. That means that people who praise effort, the people who are praised about effort, they always find the most joy by going after the most difficult challenges, because they know that if they will make that challenge and they will succeed, they will get the most praise, because those difficult challenges is difficult for everyone. So that means effort will bring some achievement, praise, and of course, and I think that is very beneficial to go after praise through effort.